Hello and welcome. My name is TTV OneStream RPG. I am the best Aatrox ADC in Europe and the world. I might also be the only one, but I think the pick is criminally underrated and I want to show it to you. Let's quickly go through runes and builds before we discuss why the champion works, and then later we go into a quick replay and I just show you some scenes of specific things that you might have to understand. I'll try to convey this both from like an ADC perspective and from an Aatrox player perspective if you want to try to pick out, right? So usually I go Shojin or Eclipse first item, and then I go Cyclosword into Zero Less. I'm a very cocky player. I always think I can outplay anything, so I play full damage to have maximum outplay potential. You can play Eclipse Under the Sky if you feel less comfortable on the pick, because if with this build, if you get CC'd once, you just die. I also sometimes go for attack speed Aatrox, especially if it's like a team like this where like there's like 4 melees, there's 3 tanks. You just shred them with this build. I can really recommend it. The pros of this pick is that ADCs, they don't know how to play against Aatrox. Like they are just unaware of the knowledge checks that you need to win against Aatrox. They don't know when he's strong. They don't know when his power spikes are. They don't know what combos he needs to do to really be effective. And it's incredibly fun to pick. I think like it's the most fun I've had in League in a long time. When I discovered this pick this season, and I've climbed like 5 ranks now with this pick alone. And I invented the pick just for fun. Just wanted to play with friends on bot lane, but it turns out to just work extremely well for some reason. And I'll tell you some of the tricks you need to know to make it work effectively. There are some cons to the pick. It is incredibly volatile. Like, incredibly volatile. There's so many matchups. Like, we have Vayne here. It's a really difficult matchup. We have Caitlyn, we have Fresh is really difficult, Pyke is really difficult. Champions that either are really hard to catch or are repositioning you. Stuff stuff like this is really difficult. So in this game, I die early game from a cheese, but I chunk the Vayne down. So how I play the lane is, usually you chill in the first 2 levels. Like the first 2 levels, you are really weak. You would think you have like 3 abilities, right? You can fuck them up, but the Aatrox Q cooldown level 1 is 14 seconds. Like 14 seconds is so crazy. After you use the Q, after you use your last Q, the cooldown starts. So you use 3 Qs, you're like not a champion for 14 seconds. And even if you hit all 3, you usually don't win the trade. So we made Vayne really low already, so we can play for free here. But it's not important anyway. What is important is how we play. What you need to keep in mind is enemy cooldowns. Think of every single thing that could stop your combo. Like the way you play this is not like top lane where you wait for them to walk up and you give them like a Q and maybe another Q and then you walk back. You play all for your combo. The combo is usually Q E W Q Q, but there are like variations. You can go. Let me quickly show you like the combo. There are like tons of variations that I think actually this is too much for one video. But you see here, this is like a thing Vayne players, in the Vayne matchup specifically, this is really important. If they ever stand in your Q range, so you could Q them if they don't tumble away, you start queuing and last second you practice this in practice tool to like E at the last second of your queue. you E forward. If she Qs backwards, she gets hit and gets comboed. She's completely fucked. If she Qs into you to like sidestep it, then she's completely fucked because she's in your melee range. You can just auto attack her down. And if she basically needs to, and if she doesn't tumble, she's fucked anyway, right? Like she's also in your range. And then if she tumbles, if she tumbles away, she's automatically in the Q2 range. So this is what you just look out for. This is how you just keep chunking people. You don't all in early game. You play for your 2 or 3 Qs, and you go back out. You always want to keep some kind of cooldown, so the enemy can't just run you down. If you don't have any cooldowns left, the enemy can just completely fuck you up. Okay? For example here, if I just E onto her and just spam the Q2, Q3 to do something, she... or like I used my flash earlier or something like this, she doesn't need to barrier. She just needs to barrier because if I Q3 flash, she's dead otherwise. Right? So this is like the idea. And this just keeps going. You just wait for them to make a mistake. It takes some time to learn exactly when they're doing a mistake, but it's really crazy. Like I've right before here, I can tell you like a mile before she's dead, right? I know she's getting pulled here. I know that she's gonna get pulled before she even does because I am confident I can hit Q2. And this is how you play the lane. Like you legit just, if you don't have a support that setups you, in this game I did most of the setup myself in the early game, then you play like this. If you have like a CC support like a Leona, it's incredibly easy. Like you just wait for the Leona to hit like a EQ, and then you just do your combo on it. There's not much counterplay for ADCs. But even then, you can be also the proactive one. You can also be the one doing the action. And then how you play in the mid to late game is, and also if you in general, if you win your lane, how to push leads on Aatrox. I think this is the skill that I'm the absolute best at. This is like my it's basically, imagine the Baus playstyle where you keep perma pressure, but you're also fed. This is like the idea. You just, with Aatrox, you are just perma pressuring. Usually ADCs can't do that much. They're just like passive noobs. Aatrox can decide. Like Aatrox can go in. You can just go behind this tower every single time you go ahead. You stay behind this tower and you wait for the enemy to come. You know, come walk into us. Come walk and don't let them into the tower. So then enemy jungle needs to come. You can so often still like 2v3 or 1v3, and even if you don't, like there's so much time wasted for the ADC. There's so much farm lost. The jungle needs to come and you pushed out the wave here. So you don't even need to use TP to come back. They don't even get a single plate. It is such a big advantage. And what I do is I just keep pressuring. Like whenever you jump in here, I will just be somewhere on the way back in. I don't care how much HP I have. I don't care if I had TP and could base. Like you always want to be on the like aggressive end. You need to control the game. You need to be the active part of the game. If you don't do anything, if you play passive and do nothing, you will lose. It is that simple. If you don't use this immense power that Aatrox has over other ADCs, where he has agency, then you are at like a severe disadvantage. This is like a really weird fight. We just disengage from it. And I just keep doing this. Always be where the enemy wants to go. Like if Baron is up and you think that they want to go Baron, you go Baron first. Because if they want to walk into you, they're gonna walk through every single one of your Qs. You're in a huge advantage in that case. If you need to walk into them, it's already kind of rough. If you need to like walk through the front line to get to the back line, it's impossible. FF. What you need to do is either flank or be there before them. This is like the two options you have. The third option is you wait for your team to engage and then you follow up. Right? Those are like the three options to win the fights. Let's go maybe through a team fight. So enemy team decides to do Nash. I'm dead, but I have TP up. So I take a flank TP that is like behind them. They just run. I'm careful because I don't know if Mazza has ult. He didn't, but it was like a few seconds. I didn't time it exactly. And then like as soon as Mazahar has no ult, I know they're useless. I Q flash, and I just clean up. Right? It's that simple. I just wait for Garen to engage because I can't walk in straight up. Right? So this is also something you need to learn. Let's look at one more team fight. Once again, Mazahar ult is out. Somebody else is fighting. I know this is my prime time. Amumu is just gaming out here. Broken champion. Yeah, oftentimes if you have like an enemy in front of you that you can kill and you have your ult already activated, you just want to kill him to get a reset. So you can start, like continue to game afterwards. And yeah, this is like the way you play from ahead. Now let's check the games where I fall behind. Let me see if I find a game where I was really behind in this game, early game. Like they had 8k gold to lead. Our entire team was losing. We were losing. We were like, it's a really bad matchup. You really don't like Yuumi because you have one less target to combo. You're fine comboing an AD support as Aatrox. You can't combo Yuumi. So this is really tough, and Ezreal is also impossible to combo. And this early game is rough. Like this early game is fucking tough. At this point, I'm already 1-5. I'm gonna KS like a kill on the Yuumi here that I did nothing for. And now, this is the power of Aatrox. Like I'm alone on lane right now. I'm 2-5, 1-5 with a kill. I'm a level up right now because I pushed out, and I still play cocky as fuck, and I keep in mind the enemy cooldowns. Enemy cooldowns are like the most important thing to keep aware. So I know I can't win against Ezreal. Ezreal Yuumi, like they're so strong, they do so much damage at this point in the game. But as soon as he has E out, I know he has no flash, so he just dies. Like I can just run him down. There's nothing he can do about it. Like there is nothing. I position it behind the minion here to like stop the Qs from Ezreal, and I pick up the kill. I would have even killed them alone. Like it's really disgusting. And then you just keep doing this. No matter how behind you are, you always play cocky. You're always strong. You're at any point you're stronger than an ADC would be, because you're a top laner, right? Like you are a fighter. You are somebody that doesn't die from free auto attacks. If you hit your combo, you just win. It's that simple. So this means that you always play cocky. You always play in positions where they want to come to you, and then you just fuck them up. It's that simple. No matter how behind you are, you don't care. In any game, even no matter how behind I am, I have like second most damage or most damage. And almost always I find a way back into the game. Because the strength of Aatrox is he doesn't really need more items than 2. If you get to the 2 items, you're fine. Zerilda's is also good because then you have the slow. But you have all the damage in the world. You're just gonna scale up. As soon as you have those 3 items, it doesn't matter that somebody else has 5. Right? You can still kill them if you play a lot better. And this is why you always play cocky. You always play on edge. If you play passive, you lose. This is like the essence of the pick. If you want me to do like a real video that is not me just yapping over some footage, then write a comment. I can make it more professional. I just promised a friend that I would do the video, and so I did it. And I hope you have a nice day, and I hope you're gonna try it in ranked. See you later, guys.